Hey gang, welcome to segment 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the first video with those 3 basic arm bars. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a little more advanced mode here. And then our last video, we'll get even more aggressive with some of the close quarter stuff. So our second video is gonna be addressing the idea of if we're in this scenario, Alex is getting aggressive, and then suddenly he just pushes me, boom. The hands are coming at me. They extend it long, and they're reaching for me, and eventually they're gonna touch me. Okay, or he uses one hand. Oh, he pushes me here. Okay, or he uses the other hand. I don't know which one he's going to use. However, hopefully I'm not standing this close to the guy who's trying to piss me off or trying to, I made upset or whatever. So most likely you guys are going to be in this 6 foot range. You know that once it shrinks to about 4 foot, this is where all the hairs on the back of your neck are standing up, and this is where we got to be on full alert. Now, I am in kick range. I may look at the guy and think, you know what, he's not moving his body like a kicker, so I'm cautious, but I'm not doing that. Like the guy's not like starting to like move his feet a little bit. I don't see those things. But the guy like is getting aggressive, his hands are moving, I see they're coming up, he's talking, and he's getting chest forward, and he's starting to be aggressive. So we're in this 4 foot range. At this point, the guy takes a step and he shoves me. Boom! This is where we're kind of dealing with here. So, in martial arts, you learn that the forward facing isn't very good unless you're finishing off for some boxing or something like that. We usually stand in what's called a bladed position, which comes from olden times with samurai, where if they had their armor and they were bladed, it was easier for them to deflect a blow as well. Even some fighters today still stand bladed to guard off all their targets, okay? So when I'm in this position, I probably should already be in a bladed position, whether it's lead facing or rear facing. I'm not going to like here and wait for him. I'm going to be trying to diffuse the situation, but you notice how I'm standing. What I'm also doing is dictating part of the outcome. So if Alex pushes me, which hand do you think is easier for me to work with? The one on my lead side. This is kind of dead. And it's not making a connection with me. I need that connection. All right, so we'll do it this way, and then we'll turn around and do it the other way for you guys as well. So I'm in this, hey man, I don't have any problem. The guy pushes, boom. I'm gonna trap this hand, okay? Now 2 things are gonna happen here. One, he's gonna fall a little bit forward, and because I caught him, and I'm gonna be able to just trap his wrist and go into the arm bar. It looks very similar to what we did. So, come on, push again. Here, I turn. And if I'm set up correctly, I can get the arm bar, which hurts. All right, a little bit slower now, back up a little bit. So he comes in here, I blade. I'm just trying to get this timing. It doesn't mean if worst case scenario, bam, and I go into striking, and at least I got him off of me and he was deflected slightly. I never believed that these things work perfect. And I never believed that, oh, every time somebody pushes me, this is exactly how it works. That's fallacy in your brain. So you're going to fail through this 100 times to get 10 good ones, okay? You only need 1. All right, so I'm bladed, Alex pushes, I go here, I'm catching the wrist, turning, and completing my arm bar. This is 1. All right, 2. All right, 2, Alex goes and pushes me again, but this time my hand isn't here, it's here. So I'm going to cover. Now the crazy part is I'm below his elbow, which means when I snap that, the joint's going to like bounce in the wrong direction and then back. So he pushes, I'm bladed, I catch, and I give him a little snap. It feels comfortable, right? No, it's awful. It's actually like a terrible feeling, like a pinch. What's happening is these ligaments and tendons on the inside of the elbow are getting stretched to like the max, okay? And that sends a very lovely signal to the brain saying, well, that sucks, okay? So number 1 again was here. He pushes, I catch. If my hand's on this side, I follow it and do the arm bar. If I'm like, hey man, whatever, and he pushes, boom, I get caught this way. I just need to catch on before he can what? Turn and crack me. Even if he does try that while I'm doing it, bang, I'm gonna hit him here, boom, and then continue from there and just get him off me, whatever I gotta do, run, whatever. So the idea is, again, I'm not standing straight forward, okay? I'm gonna be more bladed, okay? And we're gonna switch so you can see the left side next. So again, number one, I'm gonna hook if my hand's on the outside. I go for the arm bar and work it down. If my hand's on the inside, I capture the wrist and I just snap that elbow out. Now, again, remember, even on the first one where I caught my arm was out, if Alex's elbow is facing this way, I'm gonna push it there. I'm not gonna try to do an arm bar. Yeah, he's gonna come right across the other hand. So all I gotta do is know where the hinge is, right? If the hinge is this way, I go up. If it's this way, I go down. If it's this way, I go forward. So switch from the outside. That way we can get your other arm feeling good too. All right, so same thing. Well, I'm in a bladed position. I'm not straight forward. I'm here. I don't want any trouble. The guy lurches at me here. I grab. My hand's on the outside. I turn my body. I just find where that elbow is, stay above it, and I press it down here. Okay? Number two was the unhook here, and I don't have time, so I grab again, and I just snap that elbow. That is like the worst feeling in the world. And the fun part is you have so many follow-ups from there. When he does that, and I snap him here, ooh! I can kick him in the thigh. Thanks, Alex. He caught my shin. I can kick him in the ribs. Okay, I think he probably preferred the leg than the ribs. Okay, so again, when he pushes here, bang, I'm gonna go here, and I just snap him away from me. Even I caught the low end of his forearm, it got him over there. Bang, kick him in the leg, and back off and back away. Same leg twice, right? All right, so these are some ideas if somebody's in a pushing or single or double hand push. Even if he pushes one hand, here, it doesn't matter. It may not work perfect. If he pushes with the right hand again, okay, or I don't know what he's going to do. So this is what I mean about failing 90 times. They're not going to work out perfect every time, okay? So if he pushes single-handed, I try to get away from the punching hand, okay? If he pushes this way and I go here, I'm susceptible too to him. He knows I have stuff, but he has things too. Okay, the last one we're going to do is what we call a punch blocking arm bar. Now, I don't believe in catching punch. You know, that looks good in movies, but not in real life. So the jab is a dangerous weapon. Fast and Furious, go. Faster. I'm not doing anything with jab. The only thing I'm doing with that is what? Putting something in the way and trying not to get hit with it. What I want to do, remember in the first video where I talked about that 4 foot to 6 foot range? If he throws his hands up, I don't want to be here where he can just throw a standard cross punch. I don't want to be here. So I'm most likely to be here and back up some first. And even if he starts here and he starts like lurking his way in, I'm going to be like, yo man, come on. Until what? I'm going to force him, if he has to do it, I'm going to force him to come at me. He wouldn't lunge with a jab. Like that would be weird. Okay? He wouldn't like jump at me with a jab or really try to overextend him. He knows that probably his power hand's his backhand. So he'll come thrusting in, like really like, oh, bam, okay? He's gonna go after it, yeah, like that, okay? But except for it's gonna be my face. When that happens, when he comes in, I'm just gonna kind of go to the outside. Now, this is again where I don't expect to catch it every time. So he comes in, wham, I'm here. All I'm gonna try to do is this. That's it. And I tell you, I got about a quarter second to do it, and bang, I'm gonna hit the elbow again, right? Alex is glad I let go. So slow motion here. I cover. I kind of try to deflect the arm. I'm gonna hook it and go here. This is it. Worst case scenario, go. Bang, I deflected and I didn't get punched in the face. So come on back. So he punches, I deflect, and I'm just gonna try to, the first job is this, second job is this, and if I get it, he starts turning towards me, bang, he's gonna run right into the arm bar. Now, again, guys, you're probably looking, the elbow's pointed this way, so I gotta make it go that way. So all I do is rotate my body and snap my arm onto his elbow, okay? So last time was turned the other way. Same punch though, Alex. So I'm gonna block here, get outside, hook down, and turn the body. Stand over here, good, punch in. I'm gonna get outside, right? I just wanna get out of here before that other hook punch, bang, starts coming over, and I'm gonna turn my body onto the arm, okay? Please be careful with these if you haven't done a lot of this stuff. Alex is very experienced student here. How many years have you been training?
17
about 17 years, and he's had about 4,000 arm bars done to him, so he's over it. Okay, so just be careful, man. You snap somebody's arm too hard because you got too excited about the technique. Be careful. Have a partner that you trust. Have a partner that you trust. You guys can work together and test these techniques out. So this is from single push, double push, and you got one punch block in there well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been 17